So, the PLC and the pneumatics. This is a little bit complicated of a system. Alright. There's 3 different types of devices, I guess you would call, that work with this, that I got to work with this PLC. The first one I showed you yesterday was the valve for the water. It's all 24 volt DC, you know, that works with this. The other 2 are the pneumatic actuators. And there's 2 different types. You got the linear actuator, which there's a couple of them. They're in the cabinet there. This one's a 2-inch stroke. I think the biggest one I have is an 11-inch stroke. There's a couple in between. There's like a 6-inch and 8-inch. And then, so this one, linear actuator, just goes back and forth. These are rodless actuators. So there's, what it is, there's a piston in here, and it moves the carrier, you know. There's no rod. And the reason why we went with these is because the moment load stress on these is it can handle a lot more torque and load on this carriage than a regular solenoid. So if you got something when you're moving a valve back and forth, especially under pressure, and there's a lot of resistance, it can still handle it and not break down. The other one are these rotary actuators. So the rotary actuator, basically it's just different type of action. It all works the same. It's got the same pneumatic hookups. It uses the same control system. It's just this one just goes round and round, 180 degrees of motion. You got hard stop controls here. So with an Allen wrench you can hear it clicking. With an Allen wrench you can adjust the hard stop, and that's actually what these 2 little screws here hold the little stopper that's kicking in there. But if you turn it, you'll feel a little bit of resistance before it actually stops. That's what these are. These are just basically cushions to keep it from slamming into it and breaking. These also work with the sensors, the same sensors that are hooked here, like this little guy. It's a magnetic sensor. There's a little magnet, and this actually has the same little carriage, piston carriage, as this one, only the carriage moves back and forth. It's got a gear and rotor system, so as it moves it turns the rotor and back and forth. But right here you have the line for the sensors to hook up, and it has a magnet in it as well. So
that's a position sensor.
Yeah, and basically in this PLC system, basically we're just using it as part of the counter. You know, when it hits the sensor, you know it's finished its loop. So those are the actual actuators. The control system for the actuator, I was building a couple of these, actually 11 of them. So this is it, just mounted to, so this is the actual valve here. This is a pressure regulator, okay? And the way it works, I have the compressor shut off. But basically, you have a quick connect, so this will fit into any quick connect. This is the same thing. So you've got your, so the hook on here, here. So just like that. Same hookups with the rotor actuators. You know, it's all the same. And basically, all it is, this is a 2-position 4-way valve. Right, solenoid valve. So in its off position, you got your air inlet here. In its off position, I think it goes to this one. When it's on, it has a little cylinder in here that'll move just like a normal solenoid valve. It'll move the solenoid, and it'll divert the airflow from here to here. So basically, just like any other pneumatics, you put pressure in one end, piston will go that way. Put pressure in the other end, piston will go the opposite way. And when it actuates, it'll apply pressure to one valve and open the other one to atmos. So you see there's 2 open holes here. That's just to vent to atmosphere. So nothing really needs to be hooked up to that. And you can see it better on here.